Okay, everybody, we are now live to talk about The Walking Dead, Season 6, Episode 12, Not Tomorrow Yet. And we've got a lot to talk about. So we got a couple of comments from people. So I guess we can start with Carol. And Miss Curious on Tumblr, she pointed out that Carol has moved into a new house. So what do you guys think? Like, when do you guys think that happens? What do you guys think that means? And, like, how is that related to everything else she got up to in the episode?
How do we know that? Yeah, I didn't know she moved out. I thought she was still with Rick and them.
Well, no, actually, Miss Curious brought it, like, to everyone's attention. It's a great read, you guys. You guys have to read it!
Yeah, she has a post on Tumblr showing pictures of, so, like, the kitchen is different.
Oh.
And then she pointed out how maybe she moved out after No Way Out because, like, before, Carol was always the one looking after Judith. But now, like, in 610, it was Michonne and Rick who were looking at her on the baby monitor. And then Rick was going to give Judith to Father Gabriel, not Carol, when they went off to the hilltop. So.
But Carol wasn't there then.
Yeah, but maybe she just wasn't in the house. She was in another house.
Oh, the way Daryl said it, I thought she was, like, not at Alexandria. But maybe.
That's what I thought, too. But
she's outside the walls.
It seemed like she's, like, maybe it's just a different house. And, yeah, so it feels like maybe she felt like she needed to move out for some reason. And so Miss Curious was saying that maybe she thought she felt like a third will for Richonne. And, so she wanted to let them just be.
Well, Daryl's the cat. He's the dog. Hello.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe she's having an issue with, like she just wants a separate space so she can find herself. Mm-hmm. And so maybe that's why she's not as close with Daryl anymore, and that's why she's getting closer to Tobin. That's what I was thinking.
And I have to say, Carol impressed me. I'm kind of starting to like her a little bit. And y'all know how I feel about Carol. So she really impressed me this episode. She is showing her human side again, and I guess I could put to bed that she doesn't care about the group because she really showed that to me this episode. So,
well, I'm not easily swayed. I need one more episode. I need one more episode before I, come to some kind of, conclusion.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I've always felt that she cared about the family. I just never understood why she had to lie about what she was doing. And so it's interesting to see her. She still has on, like, the happy homemaker persona, but I'm wondering if it's not so much a persona anymore and she's just trying to, like, become a happy homemaker, but not, I mean, a happy homemaker as in she's just trying to be happy again.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
I think that's closer to what her persona was before, even though she probably wasn't really happy, but that's more of the personality that she had. And this whole Ninja Carol thing is something she had to adapt to, so she's trying to get back
to that. I thought it was funny when when she gave Tobin the cookie and he ate it and he's like, "This is really good." And she was like, "Are you screwing with me?" I thought she was like, "Because I will cut you." I'm not saying.
Well,
I will revert back to that scary chick real quick. That was funny.
But I thought of you, Tennille, when I saw that. I started laughing for no reason.
Girl, I said, do they be looking at our chats or something? Because everything we talked about in these last couple of chats has been summed up with Carol. And I was like, oh my God, the acorns, really?
Oh my God, that was so funny. I was cackling.
At first I thought she was picking up pecans. I thought it was pecans. Oh, man. But good for Carol, girl. Get your groove back. Good for you. You need to be doing something else than being all up in everybody's business.
What did you guys think of Toby calling her the mom?
Oh,
I think it's the truth.
I thought that was very symbolic. I think for some reason I felt that Carol was trying to find her center as far as getting back to herself without really doing too much of who she was in the past. I guess she didn't want to be as weak as she was before, and I mean maybe that instinct of being a mother kind of touched her in some kind of way. I just thought that was really sweet that Tobin kind of picked up on that.
Yeah.
I think it was interesting too because Tobin said that you're a mom, and she was like, I'm not a mom anymore. You know, I was a mom, but he was like, no, you're absolutely mom of the group based off of what you do. I thought that was huge for her.
It never goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it does not. It really doesn't.
Right.
And I thought I was wondering, like, when did she tell him that she had a daughter? Like,
she had a nice 2 months.
Oh, you know what?
2 months that we didn't get to see.
That's something. No. Another thing is, I guess you're supposed to be like picking up on these things. Like, remember in episode 9, Morgan was like, "You're a mom." It's like we're under the impression that these people are picking up on everyone else's energy and vibe. Like, oh yeah, you're a mom. Oh, you did this in your past, didn't you? And you're left with, wait, what just happened? Like we have to fill in the pieces ourselves as the fans.
Well, I mean, with Morgan, it felt like he was just like he just realized it then, or like something like clicked with him. But with Tobin, it felt like he knew before because she had told him or something.
Told him.
Yeah. She didn't seem surprised that he said that.
That's what I was wondering.
Right.
It's another thing too about this whole Carol thing that I brought up a couple days ago, which was her kill list, because I'm still.
It's more. I think it's more.
I'm really, really sorry, but the math is wrong.
It's wrong. She ain't killed no 18 people, because we got to talk about all those people she blew up in Terminus. She blew up all those people in Terminus.
She said it was only 3.
You know.
What I had a problem with is that when I tried to explain myself on Tumblr, Shippensins01 said that, maybe it was like 15 versus 18 is not much of a difference, but I'm over here stewing in my own thoughts, and I'm like, you know what? If they wanted to make it 18, why couldn't they write Candle Women and not Candle Woman? Because to me, that's a single person. No, they wrote Candle Woman.
She's talking about Mary.
Yes, Mary as one, but they put 4, and it.
No, it was the Candle Woman plus the Terminus people in the courtyard. She added like 4 for that, I think. She wasn't sure though.
Just Candle Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. The math is still wrong.
How?
You have the father. You have Lizzie father. That's 1. You have Karen and David, 3. Lizzie, 4. Followed by, there was a number 3 for Terminus area with a question mark, and that was that's 7 already. But then she had Candle Woman, and then she put 4 next to it. But Mary was the Candle Woman. It was just Mary that was the candles.
What was that, Ash?
I thought it said 1, and there was something else that said 4, but maybe not. I don't know. I've only watched this episode twice, so.
Yeah, you just have to look at it again. I just have a problem with 15 and 18.
Wait, so are you surprised that the number is so low or so high?
No, I'm just saying the math is wrong.
Okay.
I thought they would have been more, to be honest with you. I thought it would have been more. Because she killed a whole bunch of, to be honest, I was like, okay, so the wolves was 18, and we're not going to add all the people that she killed before that, because, we don't know how many wolves she killed.
That's another thing. She did kill
You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
But how many wolves was it? It doesn't seem like that many.
It seemed like a lot to me.
Well,
because they was just all over the place. One got into Jesse's house, and then, you know, they were all on the street just hacking people up, and it was a lot.
I don't know. I've forgotten 6A, so.
It never happened, girl.
Right. She ain't kill nobody as far as I remember.
That never happened. Oh, man.
Well, speaking
but I love
of
how,
killing people, do you want to talk about how Glenn made his first human kill?
I cried for him.
I cried too.
Completely hurt for him, but it had to be done.
I felt hurt, but I was a little confused because I was like, they didn't hear that Rusty Doe Creek open where they all on NyQuil or Tylenol sleep. So that kind of threw me off for a second because I'm going to feel somebody, a presence standing over me. But other than that, I felt bad or whatever, but that still kind of hit me in my, you know, I was thinking about that. I'm like, they going in here and they killing these people and they're not waking up. You know what I'm saying? It was just weird to me.
There's zombies all around. There's zombies. When did I know that you get 8 hours sleep, but you're definitely not sleeping sound. And that's
not
exactly
that hard.
what they were doing.
I think they're just feeling way too confident and way protected, like no one can touch them, like the Untouchables. They're
all high.
on the block, you know, picking on the little ones and, you know, intimidating. So I felt like they could just do whatever the hell they want and feel like they're good as gold.
I didn't have a problem with them going to do it so much as why y'all got to do it right now? Can't y'all, you know, wait 24 hours and, you know, absorb how to die, roll out the map and everything, you know, just 24 hours.
Like
they just went and got a big cheek tablet, sat down, drew a couple of drawings, and that was it. It was like, really? Y'all didn't fake this place out. Y'all didn't think it through enough. It was just like the next day they were gone.
I mean, they should at least be looking at their routine. You know, they hiding out in the woods. All right, we're gonna scope them out for the next 18 hours. You know, nobody's sleeping tonight. Everybody's got, you know, a job to do. Let's scope them out. We may be able to pick them off one by one. You know, I mean, I know it's for the sake of the story, but
well, no perimeter check, no nothing.
Go with the element of surprise, and the longer that you wait, the less likely it'll be a surprise.
But 24 hours? They could have waited a day. They could have slept on it.
Well,
they could have slept
because
they did sleep on it, and they waited till the next day at dawn.
Yeah, and they did go out and they scoped it. So they arrived there in the daytime. They scoped it out, and they're like, we're gonna do this at midnight. Or, like a little bit later. I mean, it's either they're either gonna do it then and go for the element of surprise, or they would have went with Morgan's plan and like tried to negotiate. So I think either way, it would have been like
shut down.
That was the stupidest way. But they did say if they didn't like it, they would have retreated. So I appreciate they at least had, you know, provisions for that. But they're just so confident.
And their plan did work. They got in there. They killed everybody. They secured the armory. They just weren't planning on.
It didn't work because Maggie and Carol weren't where they were supposed to be. Everybody was supposed to go. Oh, please.
That was Maggie's fault.
They weren't supposed to. Look, if Maggie is there, all right, Carol, and Carol, she's still messed up. She must be messed up real bad now because now she's messing with the plan. For the sake of Maggie. Maggie is pregnant, but she wanted to go. She wanted to go. You can't tell somebody that they can't go. She's a grown woman. She knows she knows more than anybody that she's pregnant. All right? So she knows. She could have kept her ass back in the zone or she was coming to fight. And because they were there, I mean, if they were in there going ahead and fighting with the rest of them, maybe the biggest thing that those characters would have did that got them kidnapped now was taking the RV. They would have had to walk back. You know, I mean, there's so many things to Carol insisting Maggie stay behind. I'm staying with her. And Carol, wait a minute. Carol is the best mass killer you got. Why are you letting her stay back here? Come on.
I think she.
Well, I mean, why do you think she wanted to stay back? I mean, other than she wants to protect Maggie, but I think there is something to her wanting to stay back because she's trying not to have to kill as much as she was before.
I didn't get that at all. I got the fact that no, I don't want Maggie to go because Maggie is pregnant.
Well, yeah, I think that's definitely.
No, I agree with that, but I also think it had something to do with like she was trying to protect her because Maggie is pregnant.
Well,
I think she was projecting a little bit.
I think she's trying to do good by the group.
She's so busy trying to protect one when she was supposed to be trying to protect all, and now she's gotten herself and Maggie.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
Yeah.
You know,
so I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna get themselves out of that.
Well, is that gonna be a whole episode of them?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
But what do y'all think about? I'm thinking that because Michonne mentioned it, she had a care for whether or not we went in there and killed Negan. She's like, I'm wondering if any of them guys were Negan. We just went through a whole lot of trouble. You know, killing you people, were any of them Negan? You know, do we know?
Only one.
Yeah, I think she just picked up with that. It felt like it was too easy.
And that's why I'm thinking that it's going to come back. She's going to be the first one to see Negan. Yeah. Do we know if we killed him?
No, we didn't kill him.
Can you please stop doing that?
I mean, I'm not saying she's going to get killed. I'm just saying that she's going to be the first one to know what he looked like or something.
Right.
We have a comment from Camille. She says, by the way, not a fan of the way she was talking to Rick or her flippant attitude with Maggie. Had she been paying better attention rather than fussing, they wouldn't have been caught.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yes.
I agree.
So I don't exactly understand Carol's intention in last night's episode. I love it. However, did anybody get any sense of like some kind of guilt when she placed that cookie on Sam's grave?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
So I don't know. Maybe she's going through something.
Well, yeah, I think it's obvious she's going through something and kind of projecting on Maggie. Because why are you trying to tell Maggie what to do? Like, calm down.
So Maggie should have shut her ass down, though, all the way down.
Really should. Gregory so well. I don't know.
I tell you what, Maggie need to stay away from Carol because when Carol is around children, they die.
Oh no! Oh man, it's just a fetus. It ain't born yet.
Lady has thrown it down.
Yes, she has.
The only ones that haven't died are Carl and Judith, and she was holding Judith a whole lot the first half of the season. So
I'm sure you were concerned about that.
Thank God Michonne is on the scene, you know. So Carol is she's bad with children.
Oh, except Rick's kids, because she knows she get kicked out again if anything happened to Rick's kids. She gonna make sure the kids gonna be all right. You know, that's why ain't nothing happened to them.
It was unsaid.
Well, Rick and his kids got 9 lives anyway, so.
Don't they?
I think it's combined, and then it's double because of Rick and Michonne, and then Team Family. So I don't know. I think they're immortal at this point.
Drew's gonna die next.
Oh.
You know, there is a picture of Carl holding Judith, and it's so adorable. And I said to myself, I could understand why they put that damn binky in her mouth. But it was such a very touching picture. I loved it. I was like, yeah, protect them, please.
I wish we could keep this Judith forever. I don't want to know.
How did everybody feel about Father Gabriel?
Oh, like a ball. He was a ball.
He's on my list now. I was like, yes,
that's what's good. Yeah.
Do or do not. Either you doing it or you not doing it. And he's
not doing it.
I like him better than I like Heath. That's
I like Heath.
I don't know about that.
I just love.
Yeah, I like me some Heath now.
That was a very good.
Yeah, but what did you think about Heath hesitating to kill that Savior?
He waited way too long.
Yeah, because he could have woke up.
I thought it was kind of lame. Like I like that Glenn like took it because like through that whole scene I was like, oh my God, one of these people's gonna wake up and it's gonna be Glenn's fault and I'm gonna be so mad at him. And then he killed him. I was like, good. And then so I saw a lot of people are saying that scene is foreshadowing Glenn getting Lucille. Yeah. And I definitely think that's true.
And that's pretty much it. Yeah,
I definitely think that's true. But I also was thinking that, like, maybe seeing those pictures, like, showed Glenn, like, hey, maybe I don't have to feel guilty about killing these people.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of like that too.
I want you guys to also notice something that I posted on Tumblr. Steven and Norman haven't been tweeting like they did before on Sunday nights when the episode would air. Yes.
Tweets from Norman all the goddamn time. That's no wonder they can do anything else.
They haven't tweeted.
He ain't got nothing else going.
They haven't tweeted about episode last night and the week before.
I feel like Steven never tweets anymore because people are probably telling him he's gonna die all the time.
Yeah, because I've noticed he hasn't been doing his.
So that
like this whole season.
So it just I tend to overanalyze, so I'm kind of worried about them right now.
Daryl's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
But don't you think all of this foreshadowing for Glenn is like really over the top?
It is.
Like, it is. Let it go.
Because I feel like you need to just get it over with, and why are you just taking care of that? And thank you, and just be done with it, and that hurt my heart like 10 times over.
And maybe it could be somebody else. Maybe they are toying with us, and it's not going to be him. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I go back and forth with it. Like. This episode, I feel like, is too heavy-handed. They can't be killing Glenn, but who knows how I feel next episode.
But then you also have those people that don't know his fate, so they might still have him die. So, I don't know. And when him and Maggie was talking, and she said, I didn't want this to go this way, but I did, insinuate it. I did plan it. I was like, oh, damn. That's another thing where I'm thinking Glenn is going to die. I'm like, ugh, when she said that. Man.
We got some questions.
Okay.
And a comment. Okay, so Jamaican Cutie 1000 says, Michonne looks so good tonight. Do you think she'll still get captured by Negan's people and Rick will lose his shit trying to save her?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Of course.
I mean, yes.
Because he don't let her out his sight. Y'all saw how they were walking off screen and he was running. He was trying to catch up. He was like, hold on, wait, Michonne.
I was waiting for someone to bring that up.
He was like skipping, trying to catch up to her. So no, he ain't playing that.
But I saw, in that same scene, he did turn around. So I want to believe, like, he called out to her, and she turned, and then she smiles at him, and he completely forgot what he wanted to say, and then he pulls her in his arms, and he gives her a kiss, and he whispers in her ear and says, I'm going to do some nasty you
Is
tonight.
someone writing this?
Why don't we see that? That's the kind of stuff we need to see.
I'm going to have to buy season 6. I'm going to have to buy it because that might be a scene that they didn't cut and put it in the extras. I'm going to have to get season 6, y'all.
Well, I wanted something like that. That would have been great.
I was hoping that's what we would have got because they was going on scene. And I'm like, ooh, what's going to happen? That they going to go behind the bushes and kiss and do a little slap and tickle or what? You know?
But I mean, we saw Luke kind of lose his shit a bit just when he heard that Maggie and Carol were taken. So just like I'm just imagining his face when Michonne gets taken, like.
Yeah.
Do we know if Carl's gonna be with them once she gets taken? How's Carl gonna join that at all?
No.
I hope so, but then you have to worry about Carl too. But
right.
He's gonna punch Rick in the mouth. He's gonna punch him in the mouth.
Are you serious?
What?
He's gonna punch him in the mouth. He's gonna be like, again? What? Oh, baby. He's gonna hit him as hard as that girl did last week.
And then Michonne will pop back up and slap him down and say, "Don't." There we go.
Yeah. Don't be getting mad at your daddy. Calm down. The moccasin.
And then Jamaican Cutie also says, it's obviously the next day. Do you think Michonne was bumping uglies last night? I wanted to see it. Frowny face.
Hell yeah, they were bumping uglies. They were going to war. Hell yeah, they might not come out.
I did see
the relationship is new. The love is like brand new. Of course,
somebody posted something and they were like, her back looks sore. Like she was stretching it out.
I don't know. Michonne's character is not having sex the night before, something like this. She's not doing that.
What do you mean?
You don't think so? She doesn't. I don't think she wants to like release some tension.
Somehow.
They have nothing else to do that night.
Yeah, I mean, we did see everyone else except them.
Get some sleep.
After he was in that church and the way he was going in, I would have been like, Rick, I'm going to get you when we get home because you sexy to me right now. Sexy as hell. After him being up there and oh, yes, right when we get home. They did it. Mm-hmm.
They better have.
Get it in.
But I mean,
let's talk about Abraham and sorry.
Let's not. No, I hate Abe right now. I mean,
that was cold.
It's part of the episode. We gotta go there. We knew it was gonna happen.
But he did it so wrong.
That's how he did it.
There was absolutely no kind of finesse.
Why was he in such a rush? Like, where are you going? Why did you have to do it before this big mission? Were you
throwing stuff in them?
He was ready to go.
That's like she was like had some kind of disease. He found out like she gave him STDs or something, and she was just throwing shit in the bag like. I was just like, dang.
I was a little bit confused though because he said I'm leaving, but did he mean like just her, or was he like trying to leave?
No, I think he meant just her. Like he's leaving the house.
Just the house, yeah.
He's going somewhere else.
Yeah, but where did he go? Where did he go?
To Sasha.
Sasha ain't let him in her house.
No way that I don't know,
I
man.
believe she
I thought Sasha was in the house with him.
She did.
I don't know anybody.
We know Eugene was there because he was creepy with the cookie.
He went down the hall. Man.
If he did that, oh my God, that's so. No, I just have a problem with that whole breakup scene. It's like, granted, it's a ZA, the world's dead. It's not like the real world where, you're in the military and you can pack up and leave and go to your next station. I mean, if Rosita was any other kind of, mad woman, I could just see her just key in his car or some crap.
Yeah, she looked like the type, that fiery Latina.
Vindictive, but instead she took it out on Carol by bad mouthing Morgan.
Yeah.
That's how I
and
saw
what
that.
was with Eugene? That was weird. He always at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Virginias are for lovers.
Yeah. Not for her. Not for her.
Nope, she should
Cookie crumbs all on his shirt. Golly.
I don't know. I kind of think the reason why he was so cruel to her was so that, like, she would just, like, start hating him and, like, have no hope that they would ever get back together. Because I guess because it is a zombie apocalypse and they're, like, so close together, like, if they were, like, in this, if he just moved out of the room and just moved into another room, like, they would still be in, like, I mean, even in a different house, they're still going to be in close proximity, like, all the time. So I think it would be easier for her to kind of feel like, okay, he just left, but maybe he'll come back. But the way that he said it and how cruelly he said it, she's like, oh, yeah, he's not coming back.
He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. Nope.
It was so cruel, though.
That was rough. Like, he could have waited till after the mission, at least. You know.
I'm telling you, don't have that on that girl's mind, on her brain.
No. And we clearly saw that it was.
Right? Something. Just
whatever. Go die.
I was laughing, y'all, because Aaron, I was like, what did he have? I was like, you know, he was buttoned down and had on a fleece and nicely creased pants. I'm like, that ain't no war. It ain't nothing you go to war in. He was like nicely done up. He was like, let me see what you put on and you go to war. I was like, what did he got on?
He had on his whole scalp.
I mean, he was nicely. He looked like he was going to the mall or something. I was like, I was like, what did he got on? You're not in Alexandria, bro.
I have to watch that now. I have to.
Oh, man.
You know what else?
But he stepped it up, too. Suck that guy in his chest. I was like, everybody's stepping it up in this episode.
Did anybody notice the way Sasha looked to Michonne in the very beginning of the episode?
No, I didn't notice that. But I saw that on Tumblr. I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I didn't notice it, and I did not have a chance to see it. So if anybody like picked up on some kind of vibe, please let me know, because I just thought it was like, oh hey, you guys are back. You know what happened?
I noticed the look on Michonne's face. She looked like she was anguished. But
Yeah.
I didn't notice Sasha's face.
What are people
Yeah, I
saying?
was too
that
busy
Sasha
looking at
looks like?
Michonne.
Let me see. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
I think something like, was she jealous or something? But I don't know.
What was that look between Michonne and Sasha? Is Sasha angry at Michonne or hating on her because Michonne has a family now?
There you go.
No.
A couple people picked up on it.
I don't think it's that, though. I think she wanted to know what was going on. Yeah.
But a few said, you know,
Maybe they came back earlier than they were, or later than they were supposed to, so she was just like worried. But I don't see why Sasha would be jealous.
I mean, she breaking up happy home, so I mean, she good. She good.
I have to look at it again, but I don't think I would notice something like that.
No. Well, Scott made it. He made it. He didn't end up dying, so he's still alive.
Who's Scott?
Soniqua's husband.
Soniqua's husband, but yeah, he's best friend, the one who, you know, and thank you, got his leg messed up or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, boy. Yeah. It's like I don't care about Team Family. Oh, and Aaron and Jesus and now Father Gabriel.
Whammy. Can we just talk about how I just need Tara to die? Because she's such a punk. She was finna leave them again. She was finna run off again like she did with the governor. We gotta go. He was like, you just don't need your people like that. Hell yeah, we need them like that. I'm like, oh girl, really? Really? Yeah, you got to go. I can't.
Oh
Do
my
you think
goodness.
she should have spoken up and like said something like, "Hey, this kind of is what happened when the governor came to the prison." Like, not to say like we shouldn't do it, but just to be like, let's think about it.
Rick would have been like, next, go sit over there with Morgan. To be honest, because it just seemed like to me, I mean, you guys can speak up, you can say what you want to say, but still at the end of the day, we're going to do this anyway. That's just what it felt like to me. You can say, you can argue it, but we're still going to do it.
But I still think that she should have said something because that's exactly what happened. Like somebody said this group is terrible, and it turns out that they are terrible, but like they didn't have any evidence or anything. They were just kind of going on the word of this person.
Right.
Well,
and the last group she was with, they didn't win. So
that zombie face, I thought that was great. You know when he was punching the face of the and he says the saviors are bad, but you're I was like, yeah, don't get a Rick bad side.
Hello. What y'all think about Denise not saying she loves Tara? She wants her some of that Daryl, that vitamin D.
Oh,
that's what I think.
You know what, Tennille?
She wouldn't tell that girl.
I agree with you.
I hope you go ahead and die because I didn't say I loved you. So if you die.
I did see it this week. I was like, oh no.
That's messed up.
I did pick up on that. I did. I was like, oh, maybe you guys were onto something about Denise looking at Daryl in that kind of way.
She done lost a couple of cool points with me on that one. That girl done poured her heart out. She finna get shot in the eye. And you couldn't tell her you loved her just make her feel good about herself?
No. You gotta understand. Tara was in love, She was in love with Alicia. back out there during the governor days. So I felt like she dropped that love thing too fast.
I feel like you got to. When you got a connection and you in a zombie apocalypse and you ain't got nobody, you gotta just put it out there. You gotta just put it out there.
Well, maybe I don't care for Tara, so I didn't care.
I don't care for her either, but dang, Denise.
Well, maybe Denise sensed that Tara was hiding something, so she wasn't sure if she was really being truthful about being in love with her. So she's not going to say, "Oh, I love you."
Well, she's never going to.
That's going to come back. Yeah, that's going to come back around.
Say it.
Oh well.
Say la vie.
Okay, questions from Candy Ma 22. A lot of questions.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, Simple 4321. Hey, girl. I still like Rick's mom.
Girl.
I'm so tired of those jeans.
Those jeans, oh my God, they're gray. Get some new pants, Rick.
Michelle got an entire new outfit.
They gray now. They ain't even black no more. It is time to just move forward.
They're not even charcoal gray. They are gray.
Charcoal, that's a gray, even charcoal, girl.
He really needs new pants, but you know what? I've seen his mom in other movies, and it's just fine.
Let me stop.
I've seen it too. But that don't mean nothing.
I can still look at it. There's nothing up there.
Well, I always have to bring up his ass in the conversation.
Daryl got more of an ass than he do. His little chunky, husky self. He ain't missing no meals. I just want to point that out. While everybody else looking hungry, he out there eating squirrels. He out there eating.
What is it?
They need to get on that Daryl life. They need to get on that Daryl life real quick. Like she said, roadkill. Y'all need to get on that.
And get rabies? Denise would not advise that.
Yo, Michelle's been wearing the same pants for like 3 episodes too.
Yeah, I'm gonna need her to get that up too.
Yeah.
But not 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Cause I'm starting to think they putting on the same underwear when they put them pants back on. I'm just starting to think that they recycling stuff. I'm just saying. That's just how my mind works when you put on the same dusty pants.
I don't want to think about that.
I don't either.
Well, I thought about that last episode when they had to take baths, and I'm like, they gotta put them same drawers back on that they had on when they walked in there. I think about stuff like that, child. That's just me. Call me weird and strange.
No effort.
Moving on, next question.
What was the question?
Okay, so we've got a question from Simple. Did you ladies notice what Morgan was building? It looked like a cell to me.
Yeah.
Just like an hour-and-a-half long episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
He needs to leave. Like, just go.
Was he crying?
Yes,
Yeah.
he was crying.
Get a grip.
Line, child. I can't. I thought by 6B, he done got it together. And he just still on that. All life is precious.
Maybe he feels alone. Maybe
You are alone.
No
'cause
one's
this is
with
God.
him.
There's nobody.
Well, I mean, he kind of got Carol. He kind of got her, but, you know, he got her a little bit once she get out of her situation.
Oh, Carol didn't give him cookies, though.
She
Carol's like, get out of
didn't.
my face.
He's like, I'm trying to cut back. I'm good, Carol.
So, is that the cell they're gonna put Negan in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
someone, probably.
They getting the early start, huh?
Right.
That's a couple of
Yeah.
seasons. We don't even know if we're going to make it to a season 8. And they done already built, you know, we don't know.
You're being
But,
proactive.
okay.
I don't know.
Maybe Morgan will put himself in it for a while, because God
I
damn.
hope so. Because he needs some time to really figure some things out. Should you stay at Alexandria or should you go to the kingdom? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, him and Carol are supposed to go to Kingdom, right?
Mm-hmm. They supposed to go somewhere together. Po Tobin. Oh, Lord.
Do we think Tobin's going to die?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but he might.
I think he's like on the chopping block now.
When the
I
spoiler
know.
was gonna kiss him, I forgot Tobin was still alive. Yeah, but I was like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
Like, we didn't see that coming.
And why didn't they take
I
the
kind of
guns?
knew it was coming.
Why didn't they take the guns? Remember when Heath and Glenn got locked in the room? They were in the
I thought they did take the guns.
Yeah, I got
That was
yeah,
The point was to
the
get
plan.
to the army and take the guns.
They did not take the guns. Remember when it was all of a sudden daytime and they was hugging each other? Everybody was happy. They didn't have no guns.
high-fiving.
No, I think they just went out to just, bask in the moment of victory.
No,
Well, I mean,
take the guns.
they had enough time for like Tara and Heath to get away, right? So I figured that's when they like packed all the guns into one of them cars or something, and everybody was about to take off, and then that other guy with the motorcycle came.
Yeah, because how they get those keys? I really think they did take the guns.
That was
they
the
got
whole
a lot
point.
of guns.
Why would they?
Yeah,
I don't think they were that dumb that they would just go in there and not take the guns.
yeah, I hope they
I know
did.
the weed.
Take the
Did
guns.
anybody notice on the weed?
Yes.
Yep, saw that.
That's why they were sleeping so hard.
Exactly.
Maybe if Alexandria had a green room and taken 24 hours, they would have come up with a better plan.
But then they get the munchies and they don't have any food.
They got plenty of food.
Well, then you also have food now.
They don't have plenty. They have enough for a month.
Month. Months. I saw a couple of eggs, you know, that's what I saw. I didn't see a lot of food.
You're supposed to have a last dinner or something. You know, this may be your last meal. Come on.
Oh, God, I'm glad
it's for the TV.
That would have scared me.
Man.
So we got a comment from Candy Ma, and she says, when Michonne mentioned the food, Sasha ignored her. It was some odd tension. I guess
I have to go back and watch that.
I have to, yeah.
Yeah, I have to. I didn't know what's going on with that.
So,
Sasha's always had some weird sort of tension.
I know. She must be still mad when she pushed her. She's still upset. In her feelings. It's okay, boo.
Okay, that was your fault.
She told you to chill out. Chill the hell out. Why was going, just doing too much. When I tell you shut up, shut up. Try not to shut up. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go back and watch that and see what's going on with that.
But I still don't understand why she should be upset. I mean, she got Abe making moves on her. So what is the problem?
That's what I'm saying. You ruined a happy home.
And she also had Spencer before that, too.
Okay.
Maybe Sasha likes Rick, and she's mad that all these other lame white people are hitting on her.
I know. She was like, don't want you, redhead. Don't want you, punk. I want him. And Michonne will be there body slammed you like she did that girl. You better get your life. You better cut your throat in your sleep. Cut your throat.
That would be crazy if they did something like that, because
I hope they don't.
Oh my God. When Sasha told her you got what you whatever it was that she told her out in the woods when she was hunting walkers.
It worked out for you. Yeah, let me explain that, because I still don't know what that meant.
I don't either. And you know, it's on the list, right, Tennille?
Write it on the list. Because it looked like we got everything we wanted from Carol. Everything that was on the list, it didn't got checked off last night. There's no question mark on her, but I still got question marks on other people, though. Put it on the list.
I hope they open that and discuss it.
So what else happened? Oh, this is what I wanted to say. I kind of felt some kind of way when Carol had to really explain herself to Rick that Maggie shouldn't have been there. I'm like, do you not care that this girl is pregnant? Did y'all pick up on? Did y'all get that?
No, it's okay. All hands on deck, and Maggie wanted to be there, and I felt it wouldn't be in Rick's place to say no. It would have to be between Glenn and Maggie.
Or Maggie.
And if Maggie wants to be there and Glenn says no, and Maggie says I'm coming, then Glenn will be like, okay, babe, you're coming. And then
but no, I can't say that, because if we go back to the prison or we go back to the beginning of season 6, he wouldn't let her go out on run. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't go. So
she didn't want to go, and she didn't feel like she had to go because she had other things to do. But now she feels responsible.
Now
for
you're pregnant,
into this
and
thing,
now you feel like you gotta go. That's weird. I don't agree with that. That don't make no sense. You weren't pregnant then, but you're pregnant now, and you want to put you and your baby in danger.
I guess she's thinking that the baby's going to be in danger no matter what, because if they go and like she could have helped them, but she was back home, then that's still putting her baby at risk.
You buying time though. That's all I'm saying. You at Alexandria, you buying time. Just chill out. I just still don't agree with that, but
you gotta understand, Maggie is just as much of a badass as the rest of them, and she's only for whatever 8 weeks pregnant. I don't know. I know when I was 8 weeks pregnant, I felt horrible. I wanted to die. I damn sure felt no rage. Maggie she stuffed it up. I'm going. I'm going to help. She was like, this was my plan. It wasn't really her plan, but she felt as though she needed to be there. That's her choice. That's how she felt. And Maggie should be like, Carol, I'm going, you stay here then. All right? That would have been it. That would have been it. It's do or do not do it. One or the other. She wanted to go, let her go.
I guess me and Carol on this one by ourselves.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Rick. Like, it's her decision. There's nothing you can do to be like, you're pregnant, you can't go. I would punch him in the face. So, like,
I think it also stems from her not wanting to be apart from Glenn again, because we saw how that turned out for her.
Yeah.
That could be it. That could be it. But it's still her decision. So leave it alone, Carol.
It don't make no sense to me. Because for Glenn to be so overprotective of her and for him to let her go on something like that, it's just out of the norm, I felt like.
Well, I mean, what could he say? I'm sure he said, I don't want you to go. And she's like, well, I'm going anyway. I mean,
no, we didn't.
There wasn't anything else.
No, we didn't. It was off camera. Because when she said, I'm going, he was like, okay. You're carrying my unborn child, but okay.
How'd you guys like our trio going in there and wiping out everybody? It was Rick, Richonne, and Daryl. It was like, yes, these are the three baddest people on here. They go in there and they tearing down people. They tearing them down. You saw how when Daryl came across that guy and he slapped him in the face with the gun and then masked. I was like, these three people are badasses. Oh my God. I'm really going to be sad if Daryl died. I'm liking him now. I wasn't liking him before. Now I'm kind of like feeling him again. I was like, oh, please don't kill Daryl. When he cut the guy's throat and then Michonne stabbed the guy through the chest, I was like, oh, they coming in here like, like a Assassin's Creed or something, like Hitman. They going all in. I was like,
I love it.
Damn.
That was great. That just tells everyone who was like, oh, Michonne's gonna get stop. To shut up.
And finally, she made sure to keep that sword in its proper place and use the gun.
Use that gun, yeah.
And she was really good with it.
Real good.
Much better than
Remember, she wasn't shooting nothing. Yeah, she wasn't shooting nothing.
I will say they did have all the strength on that team, so I'm wondering if they had them split up, given someone like all the other groups, one of them, could they have had more success?
I think
Not
so.
that I didn't enjoy them together.
Probably. I would have liked Daryl to be away from them, but that's just
Me
my
too. I agree. But he's the third wheel.
The oblivious third wheel. He doesn't even realize he's being the third wheel.
He don't even know. You a cock blocker. You cock blocking. Don't even know it.
For whatever reason, that is that group, Daryl and Michonne, or it's those three that are like, I guess they come out like they the badasses of the group. Abraham and Sasha, they had Glenn and Heath. Everybody else was in two, right? Right?
Yeah.
Who was Rosita with?
Aaron.
Was she with Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So it was just them that went? Was it just them? It was just those?
Yeah. They should have put Daryl with Jesus and let Rick and Michonne be alone, like Mr. and Mrs.
Why wasn't Jesus in there? How come Jesus came in there at the last minute?
They was afraid that he was gonna give it away. And he ended up going in there anyway.
Right.
But y'all would have known it was him because all of that hair. He covered his hair. He just pulled it back.
Right.
Around his mouth and everything.
Yeah. We still would have known, Jesus, is that you? Yeah, come on now.
And Jesus seemed to be pretty damn good too. How the hell he get in there? And I mean, he just popped
He's
out
a
of nowhere.
ninja.
I honestly wanted to see more from him, though. I was expecting him to, like, kung fu flip on in, but all we did is see him kill somebody.
Yeah.
We didn't even see him do it. We just saw him stand there with a gun. That was dumb. That was anticlimactic.
It was a waste.
Yeah. Everybody's looking to see more Jesus. In the comic book, he is like some kind of Shaolin monk, something or rather, and he's not really. They're not giving him no shine right now. Maybe we'll see it toward the end or something.
Maybe next season.
I like him so far.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Do you have
any more questions?
Yeah. So, from Candy Ma, she says, I think Tobin was saying because of all the scary things he's seen her do, like killing the wolves, that she must be a mom because there's nothing like the strength of a mother.
I agree.
It just felt like
I'm feeling Carol.
So I really liked what Tobin said. I thought it was very sweet of him, and I do think that being a mother is like really scary, which is probably why I'm not one, and that you have to do things that are really hard. So yeah, I can see why. And I think she appreciates that.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I don't understand either, because I don't have any children either. So some things I might not get or understand. So, yeah.
I
guess.
I'm a mom, and sometimes I ask myself why. It's very stressful being a mother and a parent. I don't know.
Which is why I'm not going to do it.
Well, you say that now. I'm
not. Nope. Next.
I don't know. I honestly, I said the same thing. I'm like, oh, I'll never be a mother. I can't see myself as a mom. And then, oh, here I am with two girls, you guys. 2. And you know how girls are. We're girls. Yeah. I'm sure you guys give your mom a hard time growing up.
Yep.
I did.
Oh, hell yeah.
And now I have 2 girls, and I could just imagine what's gonna happen when they start ganging up on me, because me and my sisters, we tag teamed against our mother.
Ooh.
Yeah, we did. We played off each other, and we guilted our mom a lot. And
yeah, being a mom means doing really awful things, I think, maybe. So
take care of myself.
Neil also had the question, what did you guys think of Carol's discussion with Morgan about not wanting to tell Rick and keeping the others from doing so versus her conversation with Rosita?
I don't remember it.
Okay, Carol with Morgan, they had a moment where he said, why didn't you tell the group, I believe, about what I did, right?
Right.
And Carol, I think Carol was in a completely different mindset because she was standing at the grave of Sam and didn't want to be bothered.
Yeah. For a long time.
Honestly, that's how I saw it. Like, can I just grieve in peace?
Was that before Tobin?
Yeah, that was after.
After him.
Oh, well, after she gave him his cookie, but like before
them too.
Okay, interesting.
And then something like he told her, you kind of blame yourself or something, like you had something to do with my decision. you kind of went along with it or something. He said, I don't know how he put it. I can't remember.
Yeah,
her carrying the burden.
Because she was hiding things for him. It makes her kind of complicit in doing it herself. And she's like, no, that's not what happened.
Okay.
Right, there we go.
Nah, bro.
You on your own. Everybody cool with me. Everybody wants you ill anyway. You in my shoes where I was at. So
You know,
yeah.
I can't pinpoint Carol agenda right now. So I need to see the next episode before I come with a conclusion. But the fact that she got in Rick's face and the fact that, she was the way that she was with Maggie, there is some kind of guilt and anger towards herself and with the group. I don't know, because I still feel that she's upset with Rick about being banished from the prison. And did anyone defended her? When she left and then came back and saved them at the sanctuary and, in that episode, and Rick.
Daryl did, didn't he? Daryl was upset that Rick did it. He was very upset with her, with Rick. So
yeah, but he was gonna come back. I don't know. I have to see the next episode before I come up with a conclusion with Carol. But
Okay.
Well, it seems like in the next episode she's back to putting on like her happy homemaker persona to I guess. But the weird, so like in the preview that they showed on Talking Dead, she's like, her voice was all like, "I'm okay, Rick, don't worry about me," which would make, like,
there we go.
It seems like she's trying to make the group who kidnapped her think that she's really weak and whatever. But then she also like attacked that guy and he's like, "I'm gonna get this bitch." So I was like,
yeah.
You already gave yourself up. Why are you trying to pretend to be weak again?
We know you ain't weak.
I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that, Kay, but I just find that whole shy and weak and cowardly Carol is just so funny.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll get a whole episode of them, it look like.
I hope not, because I need to see some Richonne.
Girl.
I don't know. I don't think you're going to get that.
Well,
they didn't already kind of told us. But I'm glad that they have their moment.
I'm happy with the little moments that we've gotten. Like, last episode with the hand holding and like the touching, and this episode the being together. Like, even though they've always been together, like, it just means more now that they're really together.
Yeah, right.
I'm okay with
it. He's never checked on her like he does now. He's like, "Are you okay? What do you think? Are you?" You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just. I like it. I like it a lot.
And the fact that he's always by her.
They always together. They don't leave each other's side.
Now that they're like bags. They're so cute. Oh my gosh.
They fight together. They don't leave each other's side. And I was trying to. Was that him back there with her before she stabbed that savior in his chest? Was she with him or was that Glenn?
What do you mean?
That was Glenn, right?
I think it was Rick. Because he stabbed
the guy. It was Rick back there with her when she stabbed the guy with the knife, when he came back out to bring that guy from the hilltop out. And she stabbed him. I thought that was her and Rick back there in the back.
Yeah, because Rick stabbed him in the head right after that.
Okay. See, they don't leave each other's side. I like that. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, speaking of Richonne and I guess speculating into the future, I was mentioned in a comment on Tumblr about whether or not they would have kids in the future or during the time jump that's coming. What do you guys think?
I would love that.
I know
I would love that.
It was a comment by. Are you talking about the comment that Jen?
Hold on, let me bring it up.
Janice P. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing these handle names correctly, but she at all of us.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you were talking about?
Yeah, Genesee.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. She says Rick and Michonne adding to their family.
Mhm.
I would love that, but I'm also
I
fine
agree.
with being together.
She had a baby before. Why not? Why not?
I'm so conflicted about this because I would love it, absolutely, like, love it. But I'm so terrified for what would happen to her in childbirth or someone using her against Rick while pregnant or their child. Like, I just couldn't, I don't know. It just makes me so anxious about those two starting a family in that way.
Mhm.
I don't think it would be like they decide, like Glenn and Maggie were like, oh yeah, we want to build something, like they decided. With Rick and Michonne, I feel like they don't want it. Like they're happy with Carl and Judith, and like the idea of Michonne getting pregnant probably scares like the crap out of Rick definitely, and Michonne as well. But I mean, so like if she were to get pregnant, I think they would like be happy about it, but I don't think it would ever be anything that they would plan and be like, yeah, this is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you kind of planning it when you're not protecting yourself. Just think.
I think they are. I think they're not just having unprotected sex.
What are you kind of?
But it would be nice if they had like a conversation about it, and like we could, then we would know. But I don't think they are. I think they're more cautious. Like they're responsible adults. They're the leader of the group. Like I don't think they want like a baby, another baby.
Maybe the first time they had unprotected sex then. But
okay.
We have one.
I think I got a question.
Okay.
An email. Let me check. There's a comment from someone that I can't see. Hold on, let me check. Oops. Oh, it's on YouTube. I can't see the whole thing. So this person says, did you guys see Alexandra post with Michonne laughing at her death? And she recently got a letter from someone on Instagram, and the person posted a letter that stated, later in the letter Richonne something, 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 which I don't know.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up.
Okay.
Because if anything is about that Breckenridge girl, I'm done.
I ain't got time for it.
What? This can't be real.
It's a joke.
I don't know what she's talking about, but
over and done.
I need
that
receipts.
Alexandra did. I don't know.
Talking about Alexandria.
Alexandra Breckenridge, I think.
Okay, I pulled it up.
What is it?
It's Anna Marie. Okay, did you guys see Alexandra post with Michonne laughing at her death? And she recently got a letter from someone on Instagram, and the person posted the letter that stated, later, Richonne fans are rats, and Rick and Jesse will always be meant for each other. Alexandra then commented to the person and thanked them for the letter, and later posted a picture of Michonne laughing at Jesse.
I did see it, and I did feel some kind of way about it. I did see it.
Well, can someone point me in the direction of that? Because
go to her Instagram page right now.
Okay.
And it's there. And she posted. She is. Just type in her name. Just look up her name, and it'll take you straight to her Instagram. And she even puts. Oh, this is so funny. So I already knew what she was trying to say. That you're dead and I got him. Yeah, she tried it. That helper tried it. She tried it.
Okay, here you go. Here's the link. Copy.
But where's the letter?
Vicky? I'm like, Vicky done left. Where are you, Vicky?
What is this? Like.
Yeah. You see it? You see it?
Yeah. That's.
I just now saw that.
Classless. You're classless.
Okay.
You see, I keep telling you guys. You know, I know my sister has been telling me this forever, that this actress is not classy at all. She doesn't know how to act properly in front of the media and her fans and social network.
It's just immature.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, I think she's throwing shade. You throwing shade because Rick said that this is different, boo. You was just the sideline. Like I said, you ain't shit. You know, so let it go.
And that is why
I don't think she shouldn't post anything, but her posting a picture of Michonne laughing at her death seems like she's laughing at herself. Like, the thing like, where is this letter coming from?
I don't know
about the letter.
Okay, then I'm gonna be dubious about that letter, because that would be really, really stupid. Like, yeah, she's not the best with social media, but I don't think she would be that stupid.
Well, what letter? I'm gonna respond to this Anne Marie person and ask her what letter that is. What?
Yeah, because I didn't see that. Now I didn't see that, but I saw the picture. Saw that.
But why is it funny that Michonne is laughing at her? Like, I don't get her. She's fucking dumb.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's shade. That's what I'm saying. That's
Michonne is
shade
laughing at her dying, so why wouldn't she laugh too?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it feels like
feel like, yeah.
Because Michonne wouldn't do that. But whatever.
No, that is clearly photoshopped from some other photo shoot that she did.
What?
Well, yeah, it's a picture that's been going around a lot.
Yeah,
not that exact picture, but there was another one from like the comic of Jessie getting her,
right,
and then Michonne being like pointing and laughing, like,
right.
It's funny because that's what happened.
I mean, how come she didn't bring up the fact that when Andy read the script, he laughed? See, they just, they're so petty and salty.
Right.
They get over it. Same to you, Alexandra. Grow up.
Did you put that on there? Moving on.
I know she ain't gonna see it.
No, she'll see it. She reads all of her comments.
She'll be coming on there later. Some with shirt, but I heard that I don't know.
You're so mean.
You guys, I'm not even on the show anymore.
Ship who you want.
It just seems so childish. Oh, God.
I'm so glad she's gone. Anyway.
And then the fact that Alana Masterson get her that job, I'll be so happy when Tara died. I'll be glad.
Well, we got a comment from Candy Ma. She says, "Lainey, it looks like you're getting your wish. This episode screamed Tara is going to die."
Yeah. Good.
Yes. Yes. Although I tell you what, I did feel a little bit of empathy for her when she was in the car talking about how this was reminiscent of when she was with the governor. I was like, damn, that is fucked up. And then you get ready to go die on this trip. You know, it's like,
yeah. That's already, her nail has already been nailed in her coffin. Yeah, she's out of there. Episode 14. Yep.
And do we even know why they're going on this long 2-week run? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Nope. We don't even know.
Like a good idea
for medical supplies? Is that what she said?
She said medical supplies?
I think so.
So do they have an actual idea of, like, where to go to get them?
They better if they know it's going to be 2 weeks. It seemed like it. I don't know.
I still don't understand why Tara's the one they send on runs. Like, shouldn't it be Glenn? He was always the winner.
He was
Maggie's not going to let Glenn go.
Weird.
Not for no 2 weeks. You're not letting him go for 2 weeks. Maybe 2 days.
Not even that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they're leaving for so long.
Yeah. 2 weeks
And
is
why
a
they
long
making such a
time.
big deal of it? Like, please don't show a whole bunch of that trip, because I don't care.
I hope not. Oh,
Oh
God.
yeah.
That's just gonna be a whole episode of them.
Oh my god.
Tara and Heath. I don't think I can deal. It was like totally like the last few episodes have been like so amazing, and then like just going to Tara and Heath, which is like completely.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
But that's exactly
womp
what
womp. Yeah,
They were just
when
like
it gets
lose all
good,
momentum.
Yeah. Momentum
they'll
killer.
just slow it down to prolong the story.
And I still
that
don't
could
think
be
people are
somewhere
gonna
from
feel
30 minutes.
badly when Tara died. I think for as long as Tara been on the show, nobody really care about her. So when she died, I don't see people being like, "Oh, Tara died." It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be like, about time. We've been waiting for her to die for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I know people that care about Tara.
Season 4. I thought she was gonna die at the prison.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting him to keep her all the way to season 6. Let me tell you that right now.
Right. For as
I
many
was not
times as she was
expecting that.
falling and all over the place, she was always falling.
Breaking her ankle, getting concussions.
Yeah.
I was like, "Ooh, somebody,
She has
just don't
no
wake up out that concussion. Just die. Just don't wake up."
coordination. How you gonna trip over your feet and you in your 20s? Goodness.
Well, it was a walk. It was a walk when they were in that, in that tunnel.
Some people are just clumsy.
She fell when she was with the governor. Remember, it was only about a dozen of them on the road, and he just said, "Come on, y'all, let's go." And what? No, she hurt her ankle, and she was like, "No, I'm all right." And then the walker started coming. That's like, dang, we've been walking all this time. Now all of a sudden you can't make sure not to fall in no ditch. I would be so careful about making sure not to fall in no ditches, not to get stuck in the eye by a branch. I don't want to get bit by no ticks and get Lyme disease. There would be so many things I'd be busy thinking about, and making sure that my foot is hitting solid ground is definitely one of them. And when I run up steps, I ain't missing no steps. I ain't missing no steps.
Well, I'd be the first one to die, so I can't talk about anybody.
I don't know if I would make it. I don't know. Could I make it?
I don't even
We talked about it.
My blood sugar gets low. I can't go a day without eating. I get crazy and my vision gets, blurry. I don't know. I couldn't make it. I gotta eat. I can't be living off some acorns.
You sure it's not hazelnut deal?
Give me my Nutella, maybe. That'll calm down.
I believe I wouldn't make it either. My downfall will be my daughters. I'll be like, "Oh, run, you two!" and then they trip, and I'm picking them up, and one of them grab me by my leg and my arm, and I'm done for.
My dad told me, I felt bad. I was like, "Dang, Daddy." He was like, when Jessie, she should have left her son. I was like, "So you would leave your kids? You would leave us behind like that?" He was like, "I mean, you gotta survive. You gotta just go." I'm like, wow. Wow. Ooh, wow. That's all I could say. I was like, okay, every day for himself then. Hey, you got to just shake it off and worry about that later. You got to go. I'm like, okay.
Worry about it later.
Yeah, he's like, you just got to go. You can't be worried about it right then and there. You got to survive. I'm like, but your kids, me. I don't want to be in no group.
Oh, okay. So speaking of being in groups, I was talking to my husband about which group we would be in, and he goes, "I don't know if we could be in the group with Rick and family because they do things like balls to the wall, like too far. Couldn't be with the Saviors. They're crazy. Hilltop, they don't have balls. Like, I just don't know who we would be with. Who would you guys be with?
The Walkers.
In death.
Actually,
dead.
me too. Me too. I actually,
Alexandria.
My husband, he would definitely be a savior.
Oh God.
Really? Who are you laying with at night?
No, I think it's because of mine and because of my death, and then the death of our daughters. He would be like gone.
So you're calling you and your girl's death right now. You're calling it. You're calling it.
Yes.
Oh
He
my
talked
God.
about it. I told him, and he's like, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
we won't make it, and because of our death, he's gonna be really torn up and angry, and he'll be a savior.
Or you hope
To be honest, I would want to be on Lainey's team. Lainey looks like that girl will make it. She would make it, and I want to be with Lainey. You know. I can be the Andrea, and she can be the Michonne. You know. I get sick. She put me in a little cooler because I need food. She go scavenge me something to eat. You know, we good.
Well, what about you, Kay? You haven't said anything yet.
Yeah, what about you?
Like, I don't have any problems with Rick's group. Like, yeah, they go too far, but I think I would not be as good as them. Like, I would want to be. I would probably be a liability, but like, I have no problems with anything they've done. Be like, I'm cold-hearted. Like, I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, I think I could kill. I do think I could kill, but I just gotta eat. I think I could survive. I could kill people. I'm with you, Kay, but it's just the eating. I cannot go without eating. That would be my downfall.
You get hangry.
And then they run all the time?
Yeah, and then I get winded. I'm not a runner. I can't.
Do you know how
I'll be like, y'all ready?
cowboy boots? No. I would die.
I'll be like, y'all give me just a second. Let me, You know, I couldn't do it.
I don't even want
to. It's forever hot where I live in Texas, so I wouldn't make it.
Yeah, it's hard enough just living in Atlanta with air conditioning.
Okay. Because I'm sweating right now. I'm going to let a window up, get me some nice breeze going through here. It's just hot. I wouldn't make it.
Camille says she would be with Rick's group too. She's a military brat, so she's with it. Plus, I still think they should utilize Michonne's Walker pets. Yeah, why would they do that?
Because I think it's going to give it away. I think by doing that, they're going to give it away because after they take care of the saviors, they have the Whisperers next. And the Whisperers actually utilize the Walkers in a very, very good way. So yeah, I think they want everybody to forget that until that very moment.
But why does that even work? Like, whatever. I don't care.
Well, they're using
add it to the list.
Yeah.
I think that's also a foreshadowing from season 5 when we saw the severed body parts. I don't think that was actually the wolves that was doing that. I think it was another group, and it wasn't the saviors. I think they wanted us to see that there are people out there that are just as crazy and horrific. So.
I don't know. I just think that's a plot that they just lost and they forgot about and they don't care about.
Yeah.
Not to me. I just thought that because that's what they did. They measured and cut.
What are y'all talking about?
The bodies that were all cut up that were found in Virginia.
But wasn't that the wolves? Weren't they cutting people up at Alexandria?
I thought it was.
Well, yeah, it seems like it was the wolves, but then when we see the wolves come to Alexandria, they don't do any of that. They're just like randomly.
Yeah.
And then like at the end of season 5, like the wolves had like the Walker traps with the trucks and stuff. We never saw it. Didn't even like when we saw them in season 6. it didn't even seem like they had a plan for anything. They were just like crazy wild people. So I feel like they just completely changed who the wolves were between
completely.
season 6.
Because what happened with all those walkers that was in that disco truck with the music going? They were the ones that were supposed to lead those walkers to Alexandria, I thought, and then they just changed it completely. With just like that never happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
write it down on a piece of paper.
I'm willing to give them a benefit of the doubt. I think they will bring back in some way.
I don't think that was good at all.
Yeah, I can't get invested.
I don't think these writers are that good.
Yeah.
No, they're not. No, they're not. However, they do give us some really interesting moments, and
yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, without them, we wouldn't be talking about them and putting some of the things on to Neil's list.
You know, we're already on like 3 pages, I think, already. Just from last week's chat, I think we're on 3 pages of things that we want to be addressed in this show.
That never will be.
That will never be. It never happened. Richonne don't got a last name. Rick ain't gonna know about her baby. Ain't gonna know nothing. What did she do in the past life? Did she just collect art? Was she an artist? Was she?
Did she have a job even?
Well, she looked like she just was bohemian. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I'm sorry. Who are we talking about?
Michonne.
And her backstory.
And her nice ass apartment when we don't know what she did.
What she did or what her man did.
I thought that she may have been a trust fund baby, because that's a very swanky looking apartment they were living in.
Okay.
It looked high end.
She could be a lawyer. We have no idea.
Yeah, that too.
We don't know.
And we'll never know.
Well, I have a feeling she was working. I don't think she was just. She had a job or something.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna write it down. Man,
that list is getting very extensive. And then make sure you get Ashley so she brings that with her to Comic-Con.
Most definitely. They gonna be like, what is all of this?
You again. I remember you.
Rick gonna be like, well, first off, I'm not Michonne. So, I mean, you know, Andrew gonna be like, I'm not denying that I'm Michonne. So I can't really tell you all these things about her.
I'm gonna ask anyway.
Right. Yeah.
What do you think?
Just make it up. Yeah, make it up. Make it up.
She's your girlfriend. What did she do? Tell me.
Is Judith really your baby? That's what we want to know. That's why I said down. Yes. I have to know.
I guess a good thing about having all these unanswered questions is that we can answer them ourselves and we can answer them to our own satisfaction. Because I don't know if the show will ever be able to satisfy all of our questions.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Never.
And it makes writing fun because I can just make up a new story every time.
Yes, unless you're Carol, we'll get the answers. You know, we'll get the answers to those questions if it's Carol. But anybody else is just a question mark. It's just a question mark on that. So, did we miss anything from the episode? Oh. I'm trying to.
I mean, we've got some more questions. Like Miss Sean Smith says, how did you feel about the Hilltop people just taking off like that?
To be expected.
I'm glad they got that right at least and didn't get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus is there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he stayed behind.
Yeah,
and
he stayed.
For some reason that we didn't get to see because it was that fast.
Yeah. So, I mean, the jig is up. Like, they know Hilltop's involved now.
Yeah,
no,
they
didn't see him. What? Oh. Well, unless they'd gone outside.
No, he's in there with them.
Mhm. Yeah, he went inside.
Well, I mean, from whose perspective? You mean from the people who kidnapped Carol and Maggie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't know how many of them are there, so maybe it's just that small group. And if it's just that small group and like they can get away from them, then I guess the jig isn't up. But we don't know, so probably I would send somebody to Hilltop and be like, you guys need to prepare because our plan didn't really go exactly the way we wanted to.
Mhm.
And then that's when Gregory's gonna be like, okay, hey Negan, listen, this wasn't my idea.
Right.
It was that group over there, the Alexandria, and let me draw you a map and tell you exactly where they are so you can get them, because you and we are still cool.
So he gonna be like, off with your head, because didn't I say I wanted your head?
You supposed to be dead anyway.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and take care of that real quick. And you know he don't like snitches.
Right.
Oh,
you know that.
Right, he does not.
You know he don't like people snitching. He don't like that. Turning against folks. So, I don't know. It's just all messed up. They done got themselves into a whole bunch of mess that it's just not going to end well. And I'm just not ready. Just not.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about the small group of saviors that we saw in the preview for the next episode? So it looks like it's being led by a woman.
No, they're being taken somewhere else. I mean, their head was covered. That was just base one.
Yeah, they have a lot of bases.
Where they were to get the guns, I think that was a completely separate base. They're taking them to the compound right now. They're taking them to
like who do you think this group of saviors? Well, I mean, yeah, who do you think this group of saviors is?
The wives?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think it's the wives, because didn't that guy say babe to that redheaded chick? Didn't he call her babe? I could have sworn he called her babe in that sneak peek.
I have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Because you guys need to remember that he got the bike. Daryl noticed the bike. So obviously, if he didn't see Dwight in all that shooting, then there's definitely someplace bigger than that satellite base camp that they were at. And that's exactly where they're going.
That this group might not actually be the saviors.
Oh, they are.
They are, because they recognize that guy. So they're most definitely part of the saviors.
And then there's a walkie.
Right. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that it seems like of like this satellite group or whatever and of the people who escaped the bunker or whatever, that it's being led by a woman now.
Wow.
Or maybe there's like separate.
Well, y'all know that's Rick baby mama, right?
With a head, with a superintendent.
That's baby mama. She's gonna be baby mama. Baby mama number 2.
The new Andrea.
Yeah.
The new you, Andrea.
Cause Michonne gonna die. Remember, she get weak. You got any more questions?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Okay, so another question from Candy Ma. Do you think she, Carol, blames Rick for the Andersons dying? I thought her attitude towards Rick had to do with more than just Maggie being out there. Maybe she is the team family member that will have a problem with Richonne.
Why?
Oh, no, honey.
No, no. Then
I think they would have busted it.
She better blame herself. If anything, you had no business talking to that little boy like that.
In the first, exactly. It was just really weird that in season 5, this little boy latched onto her, and she's gonna use like some kind of threat tactic so she doesn't get attached to little children, because we all know what happened to kids around her.
Except for Ricky.
Right, exactly. So it's like Carol. I don't know what.
One of the worst.
I don't want to talk about Carol anymore.
Okay, let's move on.
But it's hard not to talk about her because she took up half the episode.
I know, but I had a problem with Carol since she was banished from the prison. I still feel that she has a personal vendetta against Rick, so maybe that's why she got in his thing. So,
and she might have, but I don't think it got nothing to do with Jesse and them Andersons, because it's her fault. It's her voice he heard before he got eaten that led to that whole family's demise. So she better chill out.
You know what? I forgot about that. So
she don't want nobody coming down on her and being like, girl, if you wouldn't have talked to a little boy like that, he would be still alive, probably.
Okay, so then it's a guilt thing.
Chill out.
Yeah, I think if she had a problem with Rick, they would have brought that up in this episode or 2 episodes ago. But
yeah.
I don't.
Okay, so it's just guilt. It's just guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's the only one that knows she talked to Sam like that.
With her crazy self. Yeah, that's why she gave him a cookie.
All right, we're going back to Daryl and Glenn. Simple says, you all know how people keep debating that the death is between Daryl and Glenn. Well, what if the writers go for the mother of all kills and kill both of them? I mean, we all know somebody from Team Family is going to die. Why not 2 people?
Because Andy said he would see Norman next season.
And man can't keep a secret.
Because there's a side.
He's sick, but you know how he is.
Someone posted on Facebook that TV Guide special that they did, and they said that Norman kind of slipped up on his words. He said, "Hi, I'm Norman Reedus. I played Daryl in past tense." So
I wish that was true.
I do too, but I gotta wait and see. Because I'm starting to feel like he's immortal. I feel like he ain't gonna ever die unless he just outplays his character and gets old, because he's on. Yeah, if he gonna outlive Rick. Girl, you sure right? Is that what you said, Ashley? Did you say that?
Is that it?
Did you say that? You never know. The way they act with Daryl, he's just, oh my God, so sick of it.
Let's see. Okay, so Camille says, what if Gregory is the one that gets Lucille, but it's so close to Glenn that he is mute for a while? That would be the second time someone died horribly inches from his face. Or is that hopeful thinking?
Gregory? Who?
I was just going to say, who, Gregory? I was like, who's that again?
He's the one at the hilltop.
That's super wishful thinking. They're not going to waste that kill on somebody we just...
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, that's good. Oh, Glenn, ooh,
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I wish.
Look, you and Maggie can walk on up in there and take over the the hilltop now. Go on in there.
Go be happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Camille also has a question about, I guess, the kingdom. So do you think they will call back to the striped cat when they show Shiva? do you think they'll even show Shiva?
Yes, because Robert Kirkman said they're trying to figure out how they can get this tiger on the show. So yes, she will be there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
that would be so cool.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, just don't mess it up. But best of luck.
Right.
I don't know how they're gonna do it. Can they? That's like their budget, right? That's all their budget.
Yeah, right. Nicotero will come up with something.
That's budget.
Okay. I guess we'll see.
Well, I guess if they get rid of Mom and Rita's, then that'll free up some money.
Oh, please.
No, but according to someone posted, they were like, yeah, but when you get rid of him, all of us are going too. So
bye.
There's the money.
We need a new fandom. Bye. Look, we need some new people.
That is so strange. Okay.
Okay, and Richonne Smith says, I think they're only counting face-to-face person kills because when they were fighting Woodbury, the wolves, etc., and they were just firing, they didn't see where the bullets landed, so how do they know that they killed someone?
Well, Glenn didn't fight at Woodbury. And Glenn wasn't there for the wolves. Like, Glenn just misses everything. I don't think he's killed anybody.
He ain't never had to kill nobody because he ain't never been.
He always sick or beat up or something.
Or trapped under a dumpster.
Nearly on the death bed every season. Knocking on that door. That's
he went from 0 to like 10 kills in this episode. I was like, damn.
What? That fast. I was like, dang. It ain't nothing but a thing now.
Right. What you do it?
Like everybody else.
He almost got
him a murder coat.
I know he didn't. Bad as Carol, right?
In 3 minutes.
Yeah. Candy Mom says, waiting for Glenn to make his first kill were some of the most tense seconds of my life.
Yes.
I was just like, oh, I hope he does it and nothing goes wrong, because I was just waiting for something bad to happen, and it would be his fault.
Right.
And it ended up being Abraham and Sasha's fault.
Did y'all notice
got good in the
Oh, good. Did y'all notice that Glenn had another fake death this episode? Where, like, that guy was about to shoot him, and then Jesus came and saved the day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Please
That's
stop.
like a ritual now.
Can we add that
It's going to be in every episode.
Yeah, let's add that to the list on why they keep doing that. That's 101. Okay. Oh,
God.
leave my Glenn alone. Let him just have his baby.
This is stressing me out.
I know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come back from that, because when it happened in the comic books, for me, I had to stop reading the comic books for about a good 3 months before I could pick it back up after he died, because it was just so brutal in the comic books, and I was just like, oh no. I had already knew that was gonna happen to him when I read it, but just to see it, I was just like, okay, I have to take a break for a while. So I know this gonna.
And then they did a panel of each face of everyone else as they're walking. It did really affected me.
He didn't die instantly. Oh, he kept trying to talk and call Maggie's name. Oh, it's just, oh God, I'm gonna cry right now. It's just terrible. Oh.
They made me cry looking at pictures. Like, I was so mad at myself, but I was crying.
It made me. I did too. It devastated me. That man. Oh.
There is. I used to buy my comics, and then someone shared with me over from Facebook a site where you can actually read the comics.
Where?
Oh, you know what? I will share it with you guys.
Please, because I stopped because I was going on, the way I was reading it was through YouTube. And then they cut that out. So that's where I kind of let it fall by the wayside.
Yeah. All right. Here you go. And don't say Emmy never done anything for you guys.
Yay!
All right, save the link. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna save it.
Yes. And I'm not a comic book reader, but The Walking Dead, yeah.
So you start from, it's like at the very top where it says select chapters. It starts from the very first chapter, which is, you know, it's really good. And all you do is just scroll down. It's great.
Yay! That's good. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. They keep on playing with us. And man,
I'm trying to figure out if I want to like try and like get offline before the spoilers come out so that I can just like watch it without like having been told who actually gets killed. But then at the same time, it's like it means I would have to give up Tumblr because like there's just no way that it's not going to come out on Tumblr.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be on there.
Respectful on there.
I like spoilers.
So much more enjoyable because I didn't know anything, so I'm really gonna try and stay away. It really does spoil.
So
by all,
As I said, I don't know if I can because I have to know. I don't know.
I'm with you, Tail. I have no self-control.
I don't. It's just like, oh, spoiling the dishes. Gotta go see what's going on, you know. So yeah,
that's the worst part. Is the minute you see something, it's like, wait, what's going on? And you got to go find out. But,
yeah, you can't help but look.
Even if it's under the cut or something, just knowing that it's there is like,
Or somebody I don't care about, like the Carol kiss. People were thinking Carol and Daryl were kissing. I'm like, what the fuck? And I had to go.
I did not want that. I really didn't. I was like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. Thank you. Because that just would have been more drama. So I'm kind of glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, I just wanted more time for Richonne. I'm like, y'all really just handing out kisses to everybody. Calm down.
I know. Y'all just want everybody to have happy endings. Don't work like that in a zombie apocalypse. We've been working on this from season 3 on up. Let's not.
Just calm down.
Yeah, so. Well. So I'm gonna try to stay away from the spoilers, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably not.
Yeah, I know the only way that I could avoid them is if I just like get off Tumblr completely. I don't know if I can.
You can hide.
But I don't want to be spoiled for it because I know it's just gonna it's gonna upset me. And it's going to upset me for the whole week up until it happens. And then when it happens, I'm going to be upset too. And it's just like...
But have they posted any spoilers?
No, they haven't.
No, they don't know yet. They said they don't know.
No,
they're working on it.
But I'm sure they're going to find out soon enough.
They are.
And I'll be right there.
I'm going to be just crying. I probably might see it at work, and I'm going to be like, can y'all excuse me for a minute? And I'm just going to be like, I'm going to be like crying, boo-hoo, crying.
Finding out at work is the worst because you're either
somebody
really
I don't care about. I'm good. I'm be like, oh, Daryl? All right. Yeah. Like I said, whatever. But if it's Glenn, I'm going to be like, somebody going to have to hold me up. I'm going to be just fell on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, I need to get going.
Okay.
See you guys next week.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Guys.
Good morning. That's right, morning.
Y'all know morning.
See you next week.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.